Listen to Us Now is a podcast about the unheard stories of our youth, the stories of the voices who have been silenced. But we are the future leaders of the world. So listen to us now.
I'm Anastasia Consuelo.
And I'm Milo Gomez.
And we are the hosts of Listen to Us Now.
Welcome back.
We are glad you tuned in this week, and we wanted to let you all know we are so grateful for all your support.
We could have never gotten as far as we did if it were not for the support you all have given us, so thank you.
In episode 1, we will be beginning with the first story of our podcast. Remember, because of finances, we have been recording through Skype, and because of that, the audio may get distorted at some point. Please be patient with us. A lot of these issues are out of our control.
This person has chosen to stay anonymous, and we will completely respect that for our guest. But that is enough of us. On to their story.
Trigger warning. This episode deals with a lot of hard topics such as depression and anxiety, suicidal thoughts and actions, as well as mental hospitals and social work. If any of these could affect you in any way, please turn the video off now and take care of yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so depression for me is like, I never understood it personally, and it was just like, I just always thought that I was just really sad without a reason. It started when I was very young, and like, I don't know how to say this, but like, I was like okay until my grandma's death. And that hit me really hard. And I was in 8th grade in middle school, and it like my grades were so bad that I even like didn't even graduate of middle school because I was that sad. And so like it's just really hard to do little things such as cleaning after yourself, taking showers, just like little things, because it all just seems so big in the moment, but it does eventually get better. So I was just dealing with that for some time until sophomore year. I was really tired of feeling the way I felt. So I did try to commit suicide. And what I did is I overdosed on pills, and I still woke up the next morning, but I was throwing up. I was really sick. And so it was like I felt terrible, like my body, like I couldn't breathe right or anything. And it just made me more depressed. Like if God was real, I don't believe in God personally, but like if God was real, like I want him to like make me feel okay. Like why did he give me all this to struggle with? And so the day of my attempt, well, the next day, I woke up still alive, but just really sick. And I didn't go to school that day. I was just telling my mom, okay, I'm just sick, like it's fine. But then I eventually told her, like, hey, I took all these pills and I don't know what to do anymore. Like, I'm tired of feeling this way. And she got mad at me, which I was very shocked, but it's like a normal reaction after like I found out, because like you don't know what to do in the moment. So she was yelling at me and calling me a disappointment and all of this, and it just even more sad. So what I did is I grabbed my phone and I tried to call my sister because I knew that she would be there for me. And my mom like did not let me call her at all, so she would chase me around the house when I was trying to call my mom, and she was chasing me around trying to hit me, doing whatever she can to stop me from calling my sister, because she thought that she would just take my side and that she would interfere. But I just needed to get away from her because I felt very, what is the word, uncomfortable, and like very, I don't know, like, that feeling like you just don't know what to do, anxious. And so she called my papa, which is my grandfather. And so he told me, like, why are you doing this? Like, are you doing this for attention? Like, I just don't understand. And that made me even more like depressed in the moment. And I was just like, why would I be doing this for attention? Like if you want attention, like the other ways to get it than doing this big thing. And so I was in shock that he said that, and I was just like in shock with the whole thing. But by that time, my mom already got my phone. I didn't call my sister. I was just there throwing up the whole time while they're yelling at me. And so then my mom eventually drove me to the hospital, and she explained everything to the nurses. And I was in the hospital for like a week at least, and just like trying to get myself better. So then when I was in the hospital, they kept telling me like it's not your mom's fault, like, cause okay, the thing that led me up, I know I'm saying this out of order, but like the thing that led me up to that point was I was like smoking every day, and just to take that feeling away, and and then I got tired of it and I stopped, and then for a while I was just feeling really like anxious and sad and overwhelmed. So then I was like, please, mom. Like, it was the night of the Christmas parade. So I was like, please, mom, just let me go with my friends. Like, I just need this one night out. Like, please, you don't understand. And she didn't understand, and she still said no. So then that's the moment when I decided that I want to take my life, because I'm so tired. Like, and she thought the next day, like, oh, it's because I didn't let her see her friends, when in reality, it was just all this building up. And so that happened. And so back when I was in the hospital, I had to talk to like a social worker every single day I was there, and he would just say the same thing, and it was so like repetitive, and just like, why would you do this, like, you know that people love you and blah blah blah. But like, I he didn't understand that, I guess. And I have never been like to a therapist before, or been like diagnosed with depression or anxiety, so I didn't really know, like, but I knew that people didn't feel this way, and I knew that I wasn't like normal in that sense. But like, I just like didn't think like this is like how people felt. Like, I thought everyone just felt really sad, but they were just like dealing with it better. So after I was out of the hospital, I was seen by a therapist, by a psychiatrist, like everything. I was getting on meds. I was put on therapy. I had to see the therapist 4 times a week because it was that like major. And I didn't really see it as a big deal, but like it just brought to my eyes and my attention that what I did was not okay, and that people really do care, because why would I not be getting all this help, like, if they didn't care, you know? So then um I had like therapy all the time, and I like, they like took off my door from my room, and they like took away my phone because they thought like I was like so depressed, like I can't have my phone, because then like she's gonna like find stuff online, and like she's gonna be like, oh, other people are depressed too, so this is okay. Which in reality it wasn't. For me, my phone is like a really safe, and my room too is like really safe place for me, and like it just keeps my mind distracted. So that's why I really like having electronics and stuff like that, because I feel like it is, if you use it the right way, it really is a good way to get out of your head. And so that's how I would use it. But like, she would make me have a bedtime. Like, I had to go to bed at 9, like no phone till like 7. Like, my door was off and everything. I couldn't see my friends. And to me, that would just make my depression even more higher, because like you're just taking all these things away from me that I need, you know? And so and then after I got everything back and it was semi normal, but not to the point where like I stopped going to therapy. I still had therapy like twice a week, and like I was still on meds, but I got my door back and everything was semi normal. And then this depression just hit me really hard again, and it was not that far away. Like, and it was like a month ago, I would say. And so like a couple, no, not a couple, like a month ago. And it was after my birthday, because on my birthday it was like I was so excited, like, oh, I'm finally 16, I can like get a job, start driving, like learn how to drive, like I can like make it out of this household, which I feel like is, I wouldn't use the word toxic, but semi-toxic, because of the point where my mom would just be like constantly yelling at me and telling me like, you're not supposed to do this, like why do you feel this way. Like she had good intentions, but she didn't come at me the right way. So it was very hard to talk to her and everything. So I was just like so excited. I got a lot of money. I like spent it right away because I'm impulsive. I dyed my hair. Like it's just like I have these impulsive acts, but I don't really know where they're coming from. And then with that, it's a part of depression because you get these manic episodes and you can feel like you're on top of the world and everything's fine. But once you come down, you come hard down. Like so I was fine, like I was good, like I see all my friends, and then after that, a couple weeks go by, and I'm like really sad, and I just don't know what to do, like with my life. Like I'm thinking, like, what is the purpose of living? Like, what is my meaning? And so at the time, I was dating someone, and I had only a good couple friends, and one of the friends told me she was like, we can't be friends because of your depression. Like, I feel like it makes me depressed. And I feel like your depression is like causing me to feel some type of way. But in all honesty, I don't think that's the truth because every time I'm with my friends or every time I'm out, like I try my best. I try so hard just to like keep a smile, to be not like the down person, to just like okay, we're doing this, like it's fun. Like I always encourage my friends, like even if they didn't want to do anything, like I would encourage them, like let's go out to eat, like let's do this, let's do that. Like I just always encourage them to like do something, even if they're sad. Like I want them to do something because I know that's hard. um so then she like cut me off, and then her like significant other got involved, and like they were saying these horrible things about me. They were like, oh, just because you're depressed doesn't mean like all of this, blah, blah, like, oh, and your girlfriend's ugly, you're fat, like you're this, you're that. And it really like took a toll on my mental health. Like, I was like, damn, like, I really am that. Like, that's what I thought at the time. And then my significant other at the time broke up with me like a couple days later of that incident. So all of that together, and then plus me already feeling sad on top, is like it just made me feel the worst. And like I like had a feeling, I was like, I cannot live here. I cannot live this life. This life was not made for me. Like I cannot handle all these emotions. And so what I did is, so for my previous attempt, they hid everything, all the pills, everything I could harm myself, they hid them. But not lucky for me, but I guess lucky for me in the time that I like there was a pill bottle, like a bottle of pills in the cabinet, which they forgot. And then I was just like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. And then I waited a couple days. So I had my pills and everything ready under my bed, just hiding. And so I was like, I'm just gonna give it a couple days, see if I feel better, and if not, then I'm gonna like tell my mom. And so then those couple days went by, and it still like felt like this feeling of nastiness, of like really depressed, everything. Because like by this time I knew that I had depression and anxiety, but like it doesn't feel like what people tell you it feels like. It just feels like, I don't know how to explain it, but like in the movies or like in the shows, like they make it some really big thing, and like this is how you should feel if you have depression. Like you should feel this. But like I did feel that, but not to the, I guess the extreme for me, but like not to what the TV shows make it look like. It's really not like that. But it does feel worse sometimes than the TV shows. And so I was just really sad, and I couldn't like, I was like, I cannot take this no more. Like, this is so hard for me, you know? And so then I got some water and I drank as many pills as I could. And then there was still a lot of pills left because the bottle was like a big bottle, and it was like 140 pills. But I couldn't drink all that because like I knew if I woke Like if I went to go get water, then my parents would wake up and be like, what are you doing? So I just took like around 60 pills. And I was still hoping like, oh, please just let me die. Like I'm so tired of this. So when I woke up the next morning, I I just felt really like disappointed in myself because I couldn't, like, I didn't die, and this is already my, what my parents know to be my second attempt, but to what I know is like my fifth or fourth. But it was just like everything I did up to that point was like it, no, like, I don't believe in God, but I believe in the universe taking care of me. So it's like the universe wants me to be alive. There has to be a reason why, like, I haven't died. Like there has to be a reason. And so I I didn't call my mom in because it was the weekend at this point. So I didn't call my mom in because I didn't want her to like hit me or like yell at me or anything. So I called my stepdad and he was like shocked. He didn't know what to do. And then my mom like was still mad and she was like, "Why would you do this? Like we know you love, we, you know, we love you and this and that, but like it just doesn't feel like that. It feels like everything in the world is just like it doesn't matter. It just feels so sad and bleak, like there's nothing to live for. Like even the little things that make you happy, like I used to love painting and I love doing my makeup and all that, dyeing my hair, cutting people's hair. I love doing that, but then there's that point where what am I doing this for? Like this doesn't make me happy anymore. It just makes me feel the same. And I just didn't understand why I felt like that. And then, so I was at the hospital. I stayed there for like a couple days. And then I got put in the mental hospital. And that place, it's not scary, but people make it scary. It's not what you see in TVs. It's like, it's a little better, but like, it's not like, oh my gosh, I want to go there again. But it was like, I met some really amazing people there that like have gone through the same thing I've gone through or that have like dealt with the same thing, and it really helps being there just so you can get like the better medication or you can get help that you need. Like you do group therapy in there and it like really like, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're not alone. I've only, that was my second time being there. I forgot to tell you the first, but the second time was like after the incident. And so I was just like, I was like, I'm not gonna make friends, like I'm not gonna talk to no one, like I need to like get out, because my thought process was like I need to attempt again because I still can't live, like I still feel the same. You know, the first time was like, okay, I see people care about me, but okay, this is enough. But the second time was like, this is not enough, I need to die, like I can't live this long. Like I just feel like I'm so young and I'm feeling like this. Like you would think that older people felt like this, but that's not true because I've been feeling this way since I was very young. And so I'm there at the mental hospital and I'm like not really talking to anyone. And thank God for this girl. Like she like was so kind and had her own opinion for every, like she was just the sweetest girl I met. So then like we became like, I guess, friends in a way, and we would talk like every day until she left. And then by that time I was already friends with the other people because like they were like all like a little group, you know. So we were all getting close and everything, and it was fun. And but like it's better than what I expected. So by then, like they were like, "Oh, and you get a blanket when you leave." Like you get to pick a blanket, and like I was so excited for that. Like I'm ready to leave. I'm ready to like eat like fast food and everything cuz the food they were serving was not good. And it was just like, okay, I'm ready to get out. I'm ready to try again. Like I can do this. Like I'm telling myself I can do this. And so the day I left, I got my blanket, I got all my clothes, and I walked out and I cried so much and I was just hugging my dad like so much. Like it was so, like I was so grateful to see him again because like he wasn't allowed in the hospital, and like you can't have visitors because of COVID. Um, so like it was like really like I'm here, like I have to live for a reason. And then another wave of depression hit. And so and that wave of depression is still going on till this day, but I know like now I have it back in my head that like I know I can survive because I survived all these other attempts and other like things. So it's just hard. It's really hard. I If you're going through this, like I completely understand. Like if like just try to talk to someone, and I know parents are not the best sometimes, but they really are trying their best. Like even if they do something wrong or you do something wrong, at the end of the day you guys will always love each other and come back to each other because that's your parent, you know, like they or them raised you, you know. And then like even though I'm still having this wave of depression and I still feel like I can't like do anything, nothing's in my control. It is in my control because at the end of the day you have yourself and you know what you like, you know what you're good at, and just use those to your advantage. And that's what I want everybody to know who listens to this. Use those to your advantage. People can make careers out of it, people can make money off of it, and you can go places with it. And like even though like today like okay, this is gonna sound weird, but like I haven't been taking care of myself. I haven't been like pampering myself, like just doing simple things to take care of myself. And today I took a shower, which is a really big accomplishment for me because I know that that's telling me like okay, I'm getting somewhere. Like tomorrow I'm gonna go get my nails done with my mom, and I know that's gonna make me feel better. Like that's getting me somewhere. Even though these little things, even though they're little things, they still help me at the end of the day because like they're like little accomplishments basically. Like my therapist my therapist was talking to me and we cried together about this. She was like, you know, like I love you, I care for you. You're just like you're not just another patient to me. Like I really do care for you, and when you were in the hospital it scared me a lot. And I was like, I understand. And she goes, it I know you understand, but it doesn't look like it. And then when she said that, I was like shocked because I would just tell her I understand. Like I didn't realize that she was actually, you know, like being there for me. I thought I was just a patient until that point. Then I was like, wow, she actually cares. Like, and she goes, your accomplishment for today is at least getting up and coming to this meeting because even just the little things, they matter. They matter a lot. And even if you see it's hard, like cleaning your room, taking a shower, brushing your hair, even though it seems so hard in the moment, once you get it done, it's a big accomplishment for you. If you just eat something small, that's still a big accomplishment. And no matter what you do, you just have to remember that the little things do matter.
Thank you so much for sharing. We really appreciate you coming onto the podcast to share your story. We know this was hard for you, but you are truly helping so many people by sharing your experience.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and thank you all for listening. If you're interested in telling your story, the link to the Google Form is in the description of this video. Fill it out and we'll be in contact with you shortly.
Remember, you can follow us at Instagram and TikTok at Listen to Us Now. But other than that, I'm Milo Gomez.
And I'm Anastasia Consuelo, and this has been Listen to Us Now.